Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my Calmsden farm Let's Play. So today we have been quite busy. I've managed to catch up with the baling and we have got a full load of barley into our grain silo. I didn't want to deliver it to the farm store for the contract because I didn't want to possibly finish the contract while I wasn't filming. I didn't want to film all the baling and harvesting it because we did quite a lot of that on the previous episode, so we will obviously be doing some of that today. We need to get this field finished. We do have limited time on our contracts. I think they've all got to be done by this evening in game hours. So the plan for today is to finish doing the baling. We also need to finish the contract for the barley, which we aren't far off doing. It is time sensitive like the bales, so we do need to get them done this evening. And we do need to look at our sheep because they are in dire need of some more food. I think they have about 2,000 litres left of hay and very red. If we get more food, they will start to produce wool for us, which is another income source. Then I would like to try and look at the possibility of getting another field for planting poplar. It's just to diversify what we're selling. So we've currently got a nice big field here that we'll be doing our crops. We have a couple of grass fields. One is for sheep, the other one is for the cows, but we can actually cut them and take the grass crop from them to sell. So we will definitely be doing that. Poplar is cheaper than cutting wood because it regrows and the equipment is far cheaper. So we'll look at that in a bit, but first we shall get this field finished. So I will join you again when we are delivering our next full load for our barley contract. So we didn't quite get another full load from the little bit of the field there. So we will top it up with the full load that I did put in the silo just to save time essentially. We weren't far off another full load, a few thousand litres short. So that's I've had approximately 90,000 litres off this field, which is pretty good going, to be fair. When I had no bonuses, I don't think, or anything. I literally think it had been the bare minimum. Now I can't see because of the trees. Too far zoomed out. Nothing coming that way. I'll try not to take off the side of the house as I go past it. I don't think they'll be too happy about that. So we have 10% left to go on this contract, and we're still making good at 93%. So it's higher than I thought actually. This should be fairly quick to finish our contract. I did check the pricing and it's pretty much the same for barley everywhere at the moment in the game. So all cell sites are around 890 pounds per 1,000 litres. So there was no benefit to moving it elsewhere. We got 21,500 from the remainder of that load. That is going to help us massively. So I'll get this tractor back to the farm and I'll continue with the baling. So we're back in our baler. I've been in this machine a lot, I would say, in the last short time. We don't have much to go though, so that is good. I do really like this tractor though. I'm very much enjoying it. The baler as well is actually doing really well. For being a baler that is an old style baler, it only cost us, I think it was 8,000. It does make small bales, so you do have to stop a fair bit, but it has done a great job so far. It seems to be going pretty well. Maybe could have been done a bit faster, but we'll get to be a baling pro shortly. Yeah, we'll just get this finished off, and then we can start to get our autoloader. So that is the baling finished. So we're just nipping down to the shop to look for our bale loader. I want to just go with a sort of base game standard auto loader. So lease costs to 2,500. So if we go over tonight, we have to pay another 500, which isn't too bad. And if we operate in hours, if we go over the next hour, we have to pay another 1,000 again. It's not too bad, and I think we'll probably be 2 hours max operating hours. So yeah, we'll just go over that. So we shall get this back to the farm and start doing our bale picking. So we're now just over 50% full. So this is the first load I've picked up. Do you have a contract for the straw? So we will complete that. So I'll do a full load first. And I can't remember exactly how much the contract's for, but I think we'll just do a full load, complete the contract, and we'll cash in the rest. I am looking to get cows at some point. I'm hoping before winter. We do have everything to get cows. We have an abundance of grass, really. So we can hopefully do some silage. If not, we can just give them hay until they get a bit older. But straw would be good to get manure as well as slurry. Started anyway, to get some of that started in terms of production wise. Does mean you would have to have more equipment, because you would need a manure spreader and a slurry spreader, but it does save you a lot in terms of fertilizer costs, because essentially it's free fertilizer. It's just a byproduct, and you'll get milk as well. So it's milk cows that I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for a dairy herd. To start with anyway, we're not ruling out going for a beef herd as well, possibly, down the line. To start with, we're going to go with milk, just to get us going with cows. So that's us back down at our favourite area, the farm shop, that we seem to have been coming here a lot. I believe that it is this. Yeah, so it's this sale point here. The next contract. I've not actually completed the first contract. Well, we have completed it, I've just not cashed in on it. Oh, that finished the contract quite early there. Oh wow, that's giving us a lot of money. It's about £10,000 in bales that we just received. Not bad at all, just for a byproduct from our barley. So we go on here. So that's 5,000 as well from that contract. And we get the 98,000 from our barley contract. So I forgot to say the other times we were here, in this area here to our right, we have access to this. It's communal ground. We do have to put down any roads or anything. We have to pay for roads if we want to put them into here. So we do have access to here. If we were wanting to put, say, I don't know, do want to do greenhouses, and this is now a flat area, we would have to put a road network into there. And we'll have to do it at our own expense, essentially. That is a condition of using the communal area. So we'll take this back and we'll get another a couple of loads done. I'm not sure where I'm going to store these at the other farm for the cows, so they might just go into the silage pit for now. I'll probably do a load down at the silage pit and then see how many more we've got. So I'm not planning on buying a lot of cows. I would like to buy a decent amount of cows. So we'll do some more of this, and once we get a full load, I'll speak to you again when we're on our way to offload it. I'm just going to put this in the silage heap for now, purely because I don't want to stack them just now. I think this is the easiest way just to store them. We will tidy them up and put them away at some point, but for now I think we're just going to let them live here because we're not planning on putting silage in here yet. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do baled silage as well. So we'll tip these here. This will give our cows about 120,000 litres of straw, which for the amount of cows I'm planning on getting will probably be enough to last them quite a while. So I think we might see how much more we get, and then just make a decision on whether we sell the next load or we store it for the cows. So we didn't quite get a full third load. We're one bale short. It's not far off. So I looked up where the best place to sell it was, and they were pretty much the same. This one was £1 more per 1,000 litres. So we are off to, this is the general store, I believe it's called. A big green light coming out of it. Just tagged it so we could see where we're going. Just very, very, very good sale of bales there. I was not expecting to get so much money for the bales, to be honest. So yeah, we'll get back and onto the small tractor so we can get hooked up onto the mower and have the baler attached. So what I'll be doing is I'll just be straight up mowing straight into the baler essentially. And we'll get, anytime we finish a bale, we'll just be delivering it straight to the trough for the sheep, just to get their food fully up so we don't have to basically manage them for a wee while. I think their water is full currently. Yeah, we will keep an eye on them. I think we'll just get the food trough as full as possible at the moment. We'll just get enough to do the sheep with this field, but we'll do the whole field. Any bales left, we've got the bale loader to use anyway, so we can get that into the field after to pick them up. We need to look at if we're going to do some hay bales as well, but I'm thinking of doing hay bales on the other field, so we might just use these ones for silage. So yeah, now that we're at the sheep field, I'm thinking just do enough to get the sheep's food up fully in the setup that we have, and then we'll look at getting a bigger mower for the, well, a mower for the back and a windrow, just so we can do this more efficiently. And we will probably incur the cost for the next day charge on the bale picker, but I think it'll be just more efficient, one, and two, it's 6:30 in game time, and also this video, if I was to do all of it with this, would be quite a long video. So I'll get the sheep filled up with their food, and then we'll just see what time it is. So we grossly miscalculated how many bales we were going to need. I'll just show you on the menu here. So I've given them about 10 bales, 9 bales I think. I've got a random bale that I forgot to turn the autoloader off, so we have that sitting in the field, so we'll need to use that as well. So we're currently at 31,000 litres of grass that they have. So I just went around the outside of the sheep field that the sheep were in, hoping didn't disturb them too much. I don't know if I'd want to do more than what I've cut down in there. I'm not sure what everyone else's opinion is on that either. But I do have field 15, which is all grass, and I don't have cows yet. So I'm thinking that we will cut that in the next episode. But I will look at getting other equipment for that as just to make it more efficient. This works, but it does take quite a lot of time to do. So I'm going to take this equipment and park it at the cow shed now. So I will see you when I get there. So that's our baler and mower dropped off. So you see the field behind us is all grass, so it's the cow pasture. I don't have cows yet. So my idea will be to cut that down in the next episode so we can make... I'm thinking of doing a mixture of hay and silage from that field, just so we've got a bit of everything for the cows possibly, and the sheep can get hay, so it might be more. We will have another cut later on because I'm not sure when we will get cows. I'm hoping to get cows before winter, but we'll have to see about that. So I'm just going to show you what fields I'm prospecting for possibility of purchase poplars. So this is field 11. It is, as it's in there, it's saying it's 1 acre. Currently in grass and ready to harvest. So if we were to buy this, we could take the grass off of it, store the grass for our sheep. Imagine it would last them a fair while, and then we could get some poplar put in here. It is a fairly small field, but it would be perfect for us doing our startup for poplar. So that's one of the options I have. It all just depends on price and things. I do have another field which we will go up to. So I do want to just start storing a decent bit of food for the animals, so for the sheep, and then building up for the cows as we've got the straw. I really just want to start getting milk production as soon as we can. We do have to watch for our money, because we still have machinery that we need to buy. We've got fertilizer and I think it's fertilizer and a roller that we need, and possibly mulcher. So this is field over the wall 4. It's about 4 times the size of field 11, so it will be more pricey. But it will give us a lot more options, so we could just put in a proportion of poplar, and then we could have grass as well in it, and we could try and work both of them at the same time, so it would give us a lot more yield of both. But yeah, that is my 2 options that we're looking at. Go to the map. So yeah, we have this area currently in field 31, but I don't want to take too much of the grass off of that, because we do end up mowing sheep. Now we're in the wool business, we're not in the mutton business, so I don't really want to chop too many sheep up. So I think just going round a few times round the sides is probably all we're going to do for that field whenever we harvest it, especially if there's sheep in it. But 15, as I say, until we get cows, we're just going to be taking as much off that as possible. So the prices, so I do have variable pricing on. Not sure what people's thoughts are about the variable pricing mod. Love to hear comments down below. So this is currently saying it's up 28%. I wouldn't be buying that if it was up 28%. It's just not a viable financial option. Just because it's still cheap. It's still only just under 45,000. But it's yeah, it's much higher than it probably should be. Field 34 was the one next to it. It's also quite a decent option because it has a long sort of pass we could put in for doing poplar. But again, it's up as well at 63. It's also slightly larger, so we would get more yield on it. And field 4 is significantly larger, and again, it would take most of our budget, but it is up 28.3%, which is everything 28.3%. No, oh god, that's much more expensive. Yeah, this is what I'm not sure about the mod yet. I wanted to put it in for some more sense of realism, but so these should be higher because they need a cut on them. That kind of works because it is withered, but you would think it would be a bigger discount than that. That is scrubland and it is very expensive. So yeah, I'm not 100% sold on the variable pricing. We're not going to make any purchasing decisions yet. We'll do it on the next episode. And we'll see what we need to buy. So that'll be it for this episode. We finished our harvest on our field. We finished our contracts. We got some good money in. We fed our sheep, so they're not starving, thankfully. And we've looked at our short-term growth plans, because we do need to start having other avenues of income. The big field is good, but we can't harvest it every single month, so we do need to look at other things. We've got our sheep, which are producing wool, and then we need to look at the silage business, hay business, whatever we want to do there, and then poplars as well is the next one that I'm looking at doing. So yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below. Subscribe as well if you want to. If you've got any comments on what we could do on the series, please put them down below. I'd love to hear. And if you've got any opinions or anything like that, yeah, just please put them in the comments. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again.